Hey guys, we're out here at the tree farm. It's January the 19th today. It's snowing right now, as you can tell. We're getting a little bit. We don't usually get too much. We usually get one or two good ones a year. This week it's been kind of covered a little bit, so it kind of makes me happy. I love the snow. But I was going to give y'all a farm tour today and let y'all see everything and just kind of explain how we came about and just a little bit about the farm. Our choosing cut all started from when my pa, Wayne Ayers, he wanted to have a choosing cut here in Johnson City so that people wouldn't have to drive all the way up to North Carolina to go get a choosing cut tree. Well, he started planting these fields back here. We've already cut about 2 crops off of them. That's our 3rd crop right there. And there was an old barn over there that was a cantilever style barn that Civil War soldiers used to stay in whenever they were on passageway to wherever they were going in the war. And so he took it down from over there across the road and then he put it up right here. It was originally going to be the center for the choosing cut. There was going to be a gift shop in there. There was going to be just a place to check your trees out. There were going to be trees in there and all kinds of different stuff. But he wound up just making a restaurant out of it, and it was named the Old Barn Restaurant. So we closed it down around COVID time. It got hard to find help and everything like that. And so during the process, whenever that was open, we wanted to have some live music, weddings, and just different stuff like that. We kind of wanted to make it an event center and just a beautiful place to come and have any kind of event you wanted. So then that's when we built the pavilion. Now we use it for Christmas trees. We used to use it for weddings, and now if you still want to rent it out for a wedding, any kind of event you want to have, car shows, we've had them all. So I want to take you on a tour and just kind of show you the inside of the pavilion. Let's walk in here and I'll kind of show you the setup. We've got it cleaned out from when we had trees in it, but there's still a few things like a wreath maker and a few heaters, but it's all open in here. This is where we take the money for when we have Christmas trees, and we usually have a cash box in there. This is the changing room for when we have weddings for the brides. It's not clean right now. It's our office for the Christmas tree farm, but you get the idea. Right there was my pa. That's Wayne Ayers. That was whenever they took the tree to the White House. He was standing in the field out there just kind of figuring out what to do with trees. He was always the boss. Whenever he was around, you knew you had to kind of be doing what you was going to do, or you was going to kind of get you an earful. But that's why we're the men we are today, and I'm so thankful for him and everything that he's taught us about work ethic and everything else about life. Out here we have the booth set up. We kind of just, whoever wants to come out here during Christmas tree time and get to drink their hot chocolate or get to enjoy a few snacks or whatever, they can come out here and enjoy it. We've got a few Christmas lights and decorations. The wind's kind of messed everything up. We've had a few bad storms here in the past few weeks. Out here we had some decorations. As you can tell, the wind's got a hold of them too. But it's just beautiful out here whenever it snows. There's nothing better than a snow-covered Christmas tree farm. Let's go into Santa's workshop. We've kind of started packing everything up, but you can see we've got our letters to Santa. We've got our Santa Claus. We've just got a few gifts and trinkets for the kids. That's the ones that show the different Christmas lights. And then we've got some different tree toppers. We've got all kinds of brass and then Christmas tree ornaments. We've got some Santa Claus, all kinds of stuff, little Easter bunnies. Here we've got our Christmas tree lights, bush lights, just decoration lights, stuffed animals, Rome Valley apparel, all kinds of ceramic stuff. You gotta have your little red truck with your Christmas tree in the bed. That's the staple of a Christmas tree farm. And then out here we've got our wreath machines. Our garland machine. We just learned how to make garland ourselves this year. We've been doing our own wreaths for the past 3 years, I'd say. And then you gotta have a good Christmas tree cake. Here's our fireplace. And then the place where our old dog sits. This is Sonny's couch. We've still got a big wreath hanging up in here. And then we've got a few white pine that we gotta plant in the field just whenever we get time to. And then now I'll take y'all out back and show you kind of the setup back here. Out here we've got our decorational tractor where you can sit on and you can take pictures with, have your kids sit on it and take pictures of them. Back here is where we kind of do most of our baling and tree processing. We usually have our extra trees lined up out here in front of the playground. Here we've got an old fire pit if you want to use it. It's froze right now. We've got some seats. Right there's our balers and our shaker. We've got some wood stacked up back here. There's our drill. And then here's our big Howie. And then there's our other baler that we kind of use for smaller trees. And then it's kind of a little bit faster than the other one, but you can't get as big a tree in it. Over here we've got the playground. This year I'm looking to do some upgrades to it, but this was my uncle built this. It was a replication of the barn over there, and it was just a little cool thing so that kids could have something to play on over here. It's got 2 slides. It's got some benches in here, a swing. It's got the little tile to crawl through. Over here it's got a swing in the middle. The slide out this way. That pipe to get over to this side. And so we're looking to just kind of improve on it maybe every year so that the kids have a little something extra to do while they're here waiting, while the family's waiting. The kids love just having a place to play and have fun, so we like to try to provide that experience for everybody. We're a 3rd generation family Christmas tree farm. My pa, Wayne Ayers, he started it back in, I'm pretty sure it was 74. And so it's been a pretty good while since we've been running it. My dad and my uncle took it over. They've worked with my pa ever since they was little. He was a truck driver before he started this Christmas tree farm, but whenever he started it, they started it with him. They was helping him the whole way through, and so they know the ins and outs. And me and my brother, we've been helping just as long as we've been born. I mean, whenever we was little, we've got pictures in the balers trying to pull trees through. I can remember trying to load trucks as a little kid, but I definitely didn't do it as well as the big guys did, but I've earned my way now. So I'll take y'all down here and show you the orchard and the shop, and then we'll show you the bottom and everything else. Over here we've got another tractor. You can take pictures on it too. It's hooked up to an old antique corn planter. It was an offset tractor. It was a Farmall. I don't know, I'm not sure what model it was. We got it just for decoration over here. I thought it looked cool. But it's hooked up this old corn planter that we got. And then over here we've got an old milk truck. They was gonna use it for a catering truck, and they parked it, and everybody would sit and take pictures around it. And so we just decided that they liked it too much, so we'd leave it out here to take pictures around it, and we decorate it up. And, well, we do most of the time. This year we didn't really decorate it as good as we usually do. We usually put a big tree on top and kind of have some Christmas signs on it. We're gonna do a little better with that this year. We got some stuff in plan for fall. And over here we've got our apple tree orchard. My pa planted all these. We've got all kinds of different ones. I don't know the names of them right now. They got different tags on the trees. I think we've got some Fijis, we've got some Honeycrisp, we've got some Golden Delicious, I know. And then over here we've got the same. There's some Cannon apples over there. And then there's some peach trees over here. They're spaced a little differently. We're gonna have to get to trimming some of these. It's about a little past due to trim them, but this is our peach trees over here. They produce a lot of peaches, but we've got some, I think it's called brown spot or something like that. And we just hadn't done any spray programs or anything on the apples or the peaches. I don't think we've ever done a spray program, so we're gonna try to figure that out here in the future and maybe get us a spray program down, just to kind of at least get to enjoy some of these peaches. You can eat them every once in a while if you get them right, but once you let them set, that brown spot, it just grows real big, and they don't keep for no time. Over here is our shop. My pa, he had it built, and we've got a lift in there, just a few tractors. We store a few things in there for Christmas tree season. It's amazing to have a place to just pull something in and work on it. I flipped a boat probably 2-3 years ago, and I've been working on it ever since, and it's taking up about half that shop in there right now. But it's probably my favorite building that we've got. It means the most to me. I've sat in there and worked on all kinds of stuff at night. We've had fires over here. This is just one of the most meaningful buildings on this property to me. I just absolutely love this shop. Alright, there's one of our gooseneck trailers. We always haul trees on it. We'll bring them down from North Carolina, usually to here, just so we don't have to make as many trips. Right here we've got a few trees that we had left over. I'm gonna burn them here in a future video. Have us a little bonfire. Over here we got some trees. We've got Scotch pine over here. We've got white pine. We've got Korean fir. We've got Fraser fir. We've got concolor fir. I think that's about it in this field right here. Over here, it's the same kind of trees. There's more white pine and Fraser over here than anything else. And then over here we've got some Korean fir, we've got some white pine, we've got a few Scotch pine. There's a few Leland in here that are growing that we're starting to kind of try out for a Christmas tree. There's not too many people around here that use those for a Christmas tree, but we're gonna try it out and see if anybody likes them. And then over here we've got a few that just been left in the field that's real tall. Just if anybody wants a big huge tree, somebody might come get one of these out of the field. But yeah, that's these tree fields right here below the shop, and then I'll take you down here to the bottom, and that's about it over here at this property down here in Johnson City. Alrighty guys, we're down here. This is what I've always called the bottom. This always floods a little bit down here. There's a big pipe over there, and it comes right down through here. And then there's a low spot, and it'll go straight over there into that field over the hole. So we don't plant too many Christmas trees down here because they'll get root rot just right here where it floods. So we've been trying to figure out something to do down here and not just have it wasted. But we've got a few plans for it. Hopefully if they work out, I'll definitely be putting some videos out on it. But we've got some big plans for down here for this year. All this hopefully will be used in the coming year, and y'all will be along for the whole journey of it if you stick along for the YouTube ride. We used to have an old Kubota RTV, and we was coming out of that back field back there when we had it rented, and my brother was driving and me and my buddy was in the back. We coming down along through here, and he thinks that it's a good idea to pull him a donut in four-wheel drive. He cuts it as hard as he can right here, and that sucker flipped over. It flipped onto my leg, and don't know how it didn't break it, but it was just stuck under there. I couldn't get my foot up out of it. And there's a guy that used to be my teacher, and he is over here buying a Christmas tree, and this whole field was filled full of people, and they was watching us. We was probably about 13-year-old, and well, I was probably about, well, I was probably about 13, and he's 3 years younger than me. And so they come down through the field down there, and they helped us, and they pushed it over top. Alright guys, I'm down here in what I call the bottom. We don't really use this for much right now. We kind of bush hog it, and we've got a few trees over here in this corner. We've got some big white pine right there, and then we've got a few places over here that's just sheds. So we've got some ideas for everything down here in this coming year. So I hope y'all stick around to get to see what happens down here. But every single bit of this whole field should be used along to this road right here. And we might have something coming along down through here in the fall. Don't know what that'll be yet. We've got some ideas for it. Over here, we've got a little drainage problem because the interstate's right up here, and there's a big tile over here, and it always cuts. The water always cuts into the field over here, and it goes down this fence line and goes straight over there pretty much to that field. So we're thinking that if we are able to do what we plan on this year, we're gonna have to put some tile in somewhere and maybe ditch a lot of this. Cause I mean, as you can tell, it cuts it out pretty good right here. And you can tell where it pushes everything over. And it's a big old tile. So we're gonna have to figure out something to do with this. And then it gets over into the field. So we're gonna have to figure that out. Y'all stay tuned for that. But all this over here on the left side of the road, most of it, we might do some flowers. My dad, he's always wanted to do flowers over here. So we might do a flower field over here. And then this right here is our trees. There's a few grand fir, there's a few noble fir, and we've replanted it with mostly Frasers. But it's just this little corner right here. And so hopefully pretty much all this left side of that road is gonna be in a flower field. We're gonna do just photos. We're gonna have pick your own flowers, like little bouquets and stuff. We'll have a few arrangements up there in the pavilion whenever we cut them. If they grow off, we're kind of worried about the deer. We've got a few deer around here. They eat our trees sometimes. But we're hoping that we can keep them off these flowers just long enough for them to come up and bloom. But we'll see. We're planting to plant some sunflowers, a few dahlias maybe, some zinnias, and I don't know what else is going to come in store, but if y'all stick around, you'll find out too. Over here, we've got some sheds. We've got a few sprayers in there. There's an old boat over there, a camper, some balers. There's a few chairs and stuff over there, just some storage. But this field right here, I'll just go ahead and tell y'all, I want to plant it in corn. Just field corn, not no sweet corn. We'll just keep a sweet corn up there in North Carolina. But I plan to plant pretty much all this just in corn, and hopefully it'll come up, and we'll see what happens after that. I've got a few ideas for what we're gonna do with the cornfield, but whenever it works out, I'll let y'all know that. And yeah guys, that's about all the farm that I've got to show you today. So if y'all enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Please comment on it with any questions or just comments, good words. And if y'all will, just share it out with your friends, subscribe to my channel, and God bless you. Thank you for coming in, and I'll see you on the next one.